upper body day today. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you guys through one of my 2 upper body days. This upper body day is probably my favorite one out of 2. So, you know, it's all good whenever I train it. I'm excited whenever I train it. But one thing that I do want to talk about at the beginning of this video is doing the work when you don't necessarily feel like doing the work, and ways to get around those feelings of resistance. Because I hear so many people on the internet, and you're probably bored of it, you know, like people talk about do the work, especially when you don't feel like it. You know, it's such a rinse topic on the internet nowadays, but I feel like it is something that needs to be talked about. I'm going to stand you guys actually. I'm going to stand you guys up here. So, doing work when you don't necessarily feel like it. So, I woke up this morning. I usually wake up at 6 AM every day. So, right now it's like 6:40, I think. And this morning I felt a lot of resistance to doing the work. And what I mean by doing the work is getting up, because, you know, when you get up early and you don't necessarily feel like getting up early and you feel like you should go back to sleep, you know, your mind's going to tell you that, and it's going to get so much harder just like that to actually get up and do what you need to do just every day, right? So that happened this morning, but, you know, as you can see, I'm up. But I just sort of wanted to talk about what I've been doing recently, which has helped me do this, which will help you guys, especially if you're struggling with consistency in the gym, or getting yourself out of bed to do, you know, to get up early, just develop new habits, which would help you stay consistent with the gym. I just want to walk you guys through what has helped me. So before I go into what I've been doing recently, which is really helping me fight this feeling of not necessarily feeling like doing something, but doing something, we need to actually define and identify what the problem is, so then we can solve it and move around it. So, resistance, right? Every single time that you try to develop a new habit, improve, get better, push yourself hard in the gym, you're going to feel what is called resistance, right? And resistance is created by us, right? Resistance is that feeling we get when we're trying to do something new that is not necessarily in our comfort zone, because the natural human tendency is to stay in a state of homeostasis. And homeostasis basically just refers to when, you know, things stay the same. So, in other words, your body wants you to remain comfortable at all times. And this is because the human tendency is to avoid any type of pain, right? However, the human body and, you know, the mind, it doesn't know what we're doing is actually good for us, it's actually productive for us. You know, waking up in the morning when we don't necessarily feel like waking up in the morning and getting the work done, or going to the gym and putting ourselves through that physical pain. Our body thinks that we're doing things bad because we're pushing it outside of its comfort zone. However, our body is stubborn, and, you know, it doesn't know any better, and it doesn't know that we're actually doing something good for ourselves. So it's super important that we find ways around these feelings of resistance, because every single time we try to evolve, we try to grow, we try to become a better person, whether that's develop new habits, go to the gym, you're going to feel these feelings of resistance, right? So it's inevitable, but you've just got to work around the inevitable. You've got to prepare yourself and work around it. So one thing that I've been doing recently that I will touch on after I've explained this, or show you guys an example of what I mean, is journaling, right? Journaling has been extremely powerful. And it's definitely made my life like 10 times better as soon as I started doing it. It's been like 2-3 weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks since I started doing it now. And it's honestly been amazing, right? Not only does it help you become more present and become more aware, because you're reflecting on your thoughts. You're sitting down, you're not doing anything else, you're just writing. And you're just thinking about what your thoughts are and just putting them on a bit of paper, right? I personally write in a book. You can do it on your phone, but I think doing it in a book is more profound, as you're actually tangibly doing the thing. But journaling is just an opportunity to reflect on your thoughts, and you can use it as a powerful mechanism to combat this resistance. Now, how I do this, whenever throughout the day I feel resistance to doing something, whether that's going to the gym, waking up early in the morning, or just doing something I should do. For example, sitting at my desk and editing this video, for example, to put out. Whatever I'm doing, right, no matter how important it is, I get my journal, I sit down with my journal, I write down how I've been feeling this resistance, and then I finish off the journey entry off with the most motivating, positive, emotionally stimulating sentence that I can possibly write, which is going to motivate me to then do the work and beat the resistance. So, for example, right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I've got my journal, and I'm going to read out to you guys the journal entry that I wrote as soon as I woke up this morning. So as soon as you start to recognize these bad thoughts, right, and these feelings of resistance, you need to pick up your journal or your phone and just write your thoughts, and then finish it off with something positive, something along the lines like this. So I'll pop it up on the screen for you guys as well. So today I woke up at 6. I felt the most mighty resistance possible. Everything, and I mean everything, was telling me to go back to sleep. Even my Oura ring, right? And if you don't know what an Oura ring is, it's basically a ring I wear. I haven't got it on right now because it's charging, but it just basically tracks my sleep, right? And it was telling me to go back to sleep, which is crazy, right? However, I remember my goal and why I'm waking up at 6 in the first place. I also felt a ton of procrastination leading up to filming this YouTube video, but I'm still getting it done because missing an upload is below my hygiene standards, and it makes me feel sick. You've done the right thing by becoming aware of these negative thoughts. Now it's time to say fuck you by doing the work necessary. Although things have seemed a bit slow this morning, I'm going to go to the gym and have an insane productive session. This is how you grow, and if you get it done, you'll be one step closer. Let's fucking get it, right? That's my journal entry for this morning, and that has immediately got me from feeling that resistance to getting hyped up, doing this effortlessly, and I'm about to go to the gym and have an amazing session, right? And it turns your mindset, if you have any of these negative thoughts, because you have negative thoughts subconsciously a lot of the time, which is kind of it's kind of weird how we can do that, but we need to, as much as we possibly can, recognize when we're having these negative thoughts, and we turn them into positive thoughts, and we turn our mindset from negative to positive by reflecting on our thoughts and addressing the root cause, right? Because you can't necessarily solve a problem without addressing a problem in the first place, right? And identifying what the problem is and reflecting on it, right? So you've got to identify the root cause, and you've got to visit these negative thoughts, write them down, and then turn it into something positive, as you heard me just do then. But anyways, I don't want to bore you guys, so in today's video we're going to be training upper body. So we're going to be starting with an incline chest movement, which I haven't necessarily decided yet. Then we're going to be going into some barbell rows for back, and then we're going to be getting into pec deck, and then we're going to be getting into some close grip lat pull downs, which I haven't done in a long time, so I'm excited to do them. And then we're going to be getting into some cable lateral raises for our side delts for our shoulders, and then we're going to be getting into some tricep push downs with a straight bar, and then we're going to be going into some single arm preacher curls, which I'm very excited to present to you guys. So sorry for being slow this morning. I hope that little talk, if you're not necessarily feel like doing the work, it has got you in a good mindset, and you're going to start journaling, because genuinely I can confidently say within like the next 5 years I'm going to still be filming these YouTube videos. I'm gonna come back and say that journaling has changed my life, you know, because it turns all of those negative thoughts into the positive mindset, and the negative thoughts are the things that stop you from achieving your goals. So if we can identify when we're having them, recognize them and work around them and switch them from negative to positive, and we truly remember what we're doing this for, and we actually get the work done, that is what is going to get you to your goal and change your life. So without further ado, I'm going to have my pre-workout meal of my banana, my raw honey, my creatine and my pink salt. Get locked in, and I will see you guys at the gym. So just before we move on to barbell rows, I thought I would interrupt you guys a little bit. If you're wondering, right, what the sculptor's tips are on about, I have a free community called the SlimToSculpt Alliance. Now, if you're enjoying these videos and you're finding them helpful, you're finding the sculptor's tips helpful, then I'd absolutely love to be able to welcome you into my free community. There's going to be the top link in the description down below. You're going to get plenty more tips and tricks just like the ones you're seeing in these YouTube videos, and if not with more detail. You're going to hop on a free call with me. We can discuss the situation and get you headed in the right direction. There's a workout plan in there. There's plenty of videos in there. So many people in there are finding it helpful, and I'd absolutely love to be able to help you transform as well. So if that sounds interesting, it's going to be the top link in the description, but I don't want to bore you, and I will let you get on with the video.
Okay, so that is the end of another session, and well, actually, no, this is weird. I'm gonna pin my camera here. One thing that I just want to go over, right? You know how? Wait, there we go. There we go. All right. You know how at the start of the video I was saying how, you know, when I woke up I wasn't really feeling it, right? Felt like resistance come upon me, right? That was probably one of the best sessions I've had in months. So it proves whether you wake up on the good side of the bed or you wake up on the shit side of bed, the only thing that matters is once you get past that first 5 to 10 minutes, then everything gets so much easier. And every single time you face a resistance, it gets weaker and weaker, and you get stronger and stronger. So every single time, if you keep fighting resistance and you beat it, it's going to get weaker, you're going to get stronger, it's going to get easier to do the work, therefore you're going to get results like that, and your progress is going to go like that, right? So I'm going to stop speaking because I need oxygen before I'm going to fucking pass out, because that session was tough. And one more thing actually, right, before I fucking pass out, is that you may think, like, you know, it's all good me posing, you know, just so I can show you guys my physique, right? But like, if I'm being brutally honest, I pose like every day in my bathroom before I'm going to go in the shower. It's pretty sad, right? But I love it. I love bodybuilding so much. I love this sport, but it's actually beneficial for you, right? You know, whenever you see yourself in a mirror, hit a little shot, right? Tense your chest, tense your biceps. It's going to help you establish a better mind-muscle connection. The more you feel, the more you pose, the more you obviously contract your muscle, right? And that is exactly what we do during exercises. So the more you do it during posing, it can actually help you enhance your mind-muscle connection and develop that relationship with the muscle. So when you're in the gym, your workouts and your sets and reps can be so much more productive. So that's one thing I thought I'd say, you know. After your session, if you've got a great pump, go and hit a pose, go and take a picture. It's all going to help enhance that relationship between you, your mind, and the muscle you're working, which is going to help you grow even further, right?
So that, my friend, brings me to the end of this video. It feels like an absolute marathon, me editing this video. But thank you very much for watching. If you are still here, then that shows that, you know, you want to learn, you want to be motivated. You're going to be going in the right direction, my friend. And your attention span is actually all right compared to everyone else who has, you know, the attention span of a fucking goldfish. But, you know, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, drop a comment down below. And I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, bringing you workout videos every single Tuesday. And as I said during the video, if you want some free coaching from me, if you want some more sculptors tips and tricks beyond these YouTube videos, you want to get on a call with me, you want to access the free workout plan, you want to access a community of people on the exact same journey as you, getting, you know, wins everywhere, transforming, then it's going to be the top link in the description, and I'll be absolutely delighted to be able to welcome you. Now, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Ciao.